football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Notre Dame coming off a 10-win season, but there was a sour taste in their mouth after they were left out of the college football playoff. Marcus Freeman has so many great recruits loaded with talent. He knows this team is going to have a huge chip on their shoulder as they try to get back into the college football playoff this season. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Oklahoma's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running inside, it's Mobley. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Carr knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Carr. Here's a heat. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Lost to throw again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope? maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. He's got the back in the middle. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. On the draw, it's Mobley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Williams. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Throwing, Carr. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
The run inside. It's Mobley. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a run.
First catch of the season and his career for this freshman tight end.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. From the red zone, it's Mobley. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Irish.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Plucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The give is to Williams. There he goes.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Carr. Here comes the heat. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And I see what the quarterback saw. He saw man-to-man coverage on the outside. Give my guy a chance to win. But the DB won. Great job staying glued to the wide receiver, seeing the ball when it's coming, and batting it down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. There's some room. He's got 43 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Play action, C.J. Carr. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flush those, we forget about those. See if this defense can get back on track.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Got the back over the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
A first down run on the doorstep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Throwing, Carr. Trying to barrel in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They start the season in the top 10, ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 rank.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but two, you've got the intended target double covered. There is no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. With the draw, it's Williams. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it here.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Mateer. Finds his back in the middle. Makes the catch and he's free. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there, a touchdown here. And I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone. And that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime. But they've got to play much better in the second half.
And the extra point was good.
Number 29, set to kick it away.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Carr. Caught by Williams on the left. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Terrific run after the catch, but the question is, will it stand? The flag is out, and let's see what the call is. Back to throw, it's Carr. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Running inside, it's Williams. Nice pickup on that one. Makes up for some of the lost yardage, but they are still facing a third down here late in the half. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun on third down, Carr. Snags it over the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Wide open downfield. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Buckeyes. Looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss, they lead here in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be 1 drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Look at that, just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Batir. What a grab with one hand. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. On the move. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback run is part of their game plan, and he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Batir. Finds the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Got a little grass. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Jukes his way for more. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They've been running it, but now the pass. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one.
Well, that is an incredible catch, and what makes it even so much more impressive is the fact that he's doing it in the elements. Bad weather out here. It'd be hard to catch it with 2 hands. It'd be hard to catch it with your body, with gloves. He stabs it in the air one-handed. His quarterback is going to love that.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He got it beat down in bounds. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 29, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The run inside. It's Mobley. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Might have a chance. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Trying to move them on the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's Carr to throw. That's caught. It's Mobley.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Running inside, it's Mobley. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Picks up the first down. He's up to 81 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing, Carr. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Game one, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Ripping through the defense. A dynamic return. Explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
They'll line up to go for two. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. And he makes a catch. The two-point conversion is good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Number 29, set to advance on the football.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to the run. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Here we go. Ready? Go.
Carr fires to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Catch in the middle, it's Harris.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Sets up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Wide receiver going in motion. Just keeps slinging it. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, they're after him. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. That's caught. It's Gilbert. Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. 1st down from the 49. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one 1st down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. And they go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Mobley. He now has 106 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. He'll try to do it himself. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys.